It was supposed to be a normal, happy family dinner. My parents were over for the weekend. My 10-year-old daughter, who's been taking keyboard lessons, was excited to share something with us. She wanted to play a song she had been practicing for weeks. Her hands shook just a little, but her eyes gleamed with excitement. She wanted to make us proud, but what happened next broke my heart. Instead of clapping, they laughed. Not just a little laugh, a full-on belly laugh. My mom asked her, "Is this your first time playing it?" And my dad, he said, "A dog could have played that better." I watched my daughter. She was shrinking right before my eyes. Her fingers hovered over the keys and she whispered, "No, I've had 2 lessons, but playing with both hands is hard." And then they laughed even harder. That was the moment everything in me snapped. I couldn't believe it. I stood up, walked over, and took their cups. I looked at them dead in the eye and said, "Leave. Now." My mom tried to play it off, saying they hadn't finished their drinks and wanted to hear another song. My dad, huffing and puffing, was about to speak when I cut him off. I told them, "Get your stuff and get out of my house." My mom said I couldn't protect her from the real world, that she was preparing my daughter for life, but I wasn't having it. I told them they weren't teaching her the real world. They were just being cruel, like they always had been. As soon as they left, I knelt down beside her. I told her how proud of her I was and how amazing she did. I told her to ignore them, that they didn't know any other way but to be mean. I asked her, "Can you play it for me again?" And she did. The next day, I messaged my parents, telling them we were taking a break, that until they could act like decent human beings, they weren't welcome in our lives. My dad replied saying I was too precious, that I couldn't take a joke. But I wasn't joking. I was done with the cruelty I'd grown up with, and I wasn't going to let them tear down my daughter like they tore me down. Then my sister called me saying I was a nasty piece of work for standing up to our parents. She told me I was wrapping my daughter in cotton wool, protecting her too much. I told her I'm done with them, all of them, and hung up. I never thought twice about standing up for my daughter. But I did wonder if I'd gone too far. Should I have been calmer? Should I have tried to talk it out? But I realize now, there's no right way to stand up to bullies, even if they're family. You have to protect the people you love. And you don't owe toxic people an explanation, because sometimes real love is standing up for someone when no one else will.